Okay. Um. All right. Okay, we are. I think we're live. Hold on. Okay. Um. All right. Okay. Okay, we are. I think we're live. Hold on. Okay. Um. All right. All right. Let me. Okay, let me open this shit up real quick. Don't want to leak anything. Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure everything works fine. Okay, hello. Da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, sure. I'm just making sure everything. Okay, that looks good. Okay, hello. Da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, okay. Audio input capture. That okay? That might be. God, I did not did not prepare for this. This is gonna take a minute. Okay. Audio input capture. That okay? That might be. God, I did not did not prepare for this. This is gonna take a minute. Okay. If I turn it down to here. Oh, wait. Um. Yeah. What if I turn it down to here? Okay. How is this? Yeah. What if I turn it down to here? Okay. How is this? Okay. Um. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. Um. Hold on. I'm just gonna. Uh. Student. Whoa. What the fuck? I. No. Okay. Let me just. I'm gonna post this somewhere. Let me just post this to my socials, and then we'll finally um finally be breaking down this album. Okay. Um. Hold on, wait, let me link this shit. Wait, how do you... Okay, I don't know how to link something. Oh, I don't know how to link a YouTube video in this, like, story. I'm trying to fucking post it to Instagram. Dude. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, breaking down. How? It's been 7 minutes. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we will be. We should be doing this very shortly. Okay. I'm prepared for this. Sure. Sure. We're doing one more check. Okay. Hello. Okay. Alright, I think we're all set. Oh wait, let me. I want to keep this open. Okay. Alright, I think we're all good. I think we're all set now. So, hello everyone. My name is Eldoubleuu. I can't do a fucking intro. Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Quietest Are Always the Loudest album breakdown. If you saw the description, okay, so I'm gonna be breaking down each song on my newest album, which is The Quietest Are Always the Loudest. You should go stream that, by the way. It's pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna be breaking down all the songs on this album, and I'm also gonna try to drop as much info as I can about each song in, like, this album, because this album was a fucking crazy process to make. It was a fucking crazy ass process. Like, literally, this is the longest I've spent on an album. I spent like 13 months on this album. I spent 13 months on this shit. which like I like never do. I don't usually take that long, but yeah, no, I just did like a bunch of shit on this album. So, but yeah, no, we're gonna be breaking down this album. I'm gonna try to give you guys as much info as I can. I'm gonna try to cover everything that I can in one big stream. So, and then hopefully I'm able to post this, like this whole stream, um, when it's done. This is gonna be a long ass stream. This is gonna be a long ass stream. So I'm just hoping everything goes out great and nothing bad happens. Alright, but without further ado, let's fucking go. Let's get started. So I have the first song up. My Mind Is Never Silent. It says us because I fucked up. I fucked up the typing. So yeah, here is the song. I use Logic Pro to make all my music. So yeah, this is the song. I think I started this in like January of 2025, I think. And also, before I start, this is the first album that I used a real guitar. I used a real guitar. I don't know if it's back there. It's like a black and white guitar. It's a really basic like electric guitar. But this is the first album that I used like an actual guitar. Because before I didn't have an actual guitar and I just used like MIDI guitars, like some really like shitty sounding like MIDI guitars, or I would just pull up a guitar sample on like YouTube and just use that. But I used an actual guitar on this album. That does not mean I'm good at it at all, but fuck it. I used as much as I did, as best I can. So without further ado, all right, let's fucking go. And okay, one more thing. We're gonna be doing the instrumental first. We're gonna be breaking down the instrumental first, and then we're gonna be doing the vocals. So let's go. Okay, so first we have first we have this guitar part right here. We have this guitar. It's hooked up to some amp, I believe. Okay, yeah, I think. All right, so yeah, this is the amp. I think I used like a pre-existing like guitar amp setting, or like a pre-existing like guitar setting on Logic. So there is flanger. Let's turn this off. What pedals are on this? Yeah, this is literally just like a fucking a pre-existing like guitar setting. But I did add delay. So here's the delay as well as reverb. As well as low pass as well. Okay, I think there's okay, if you want to, this is what it sounds like, I guess, raw, I guess. And as you see, I did not do all of this in one take. That is that is a result of me being terrible at guitar. I don't really care. I don't really care. But Yeah, I don't record like the whole like guitar bits. I just kind of like break them down into like little like what's it called? Like sections. I just break them down into sections. And with everything should sound like this. Besides echo, I did not have echo. Okay. So I was just making sure my headphones were working properly. And then next we have a high guitar. Hold on, wait, I don't know what I use this for. I did not know I used it. Okay. But yeah, it basically has all of like the settings from this guitar, but it does have a tremolo on it, which if you don't know, it basically just pans everything back and forth or left and right without having to like pan or like use automation to pan, because that is a fucking bitch and a half to do. But speaking of panning, this is also panned. The volume is panned. And then next up we have guitar. And yeah, I did call this like acoustic. It's not really acoustic, but it is under like quiet because, you know, this is like pretty quiet guitars and stuff. But like I said, this has pretty much like all of like the settings from the other guitars. So that together. So yeah, for this first part of the song, I wanted it to sound very like atmospheric and like just like very like I don't know how to call it, but just like I wanted it to sound like really quiet and stuff. Like you don't really know like what's kind of happening. And the album just started. It's really like kind of mellow-ish. That's kind of what I wanted, and I kind of wanted to like not have as actually I shouldn't say have as much because there's like a lot of shit in here. But yeah, I wanted it to feel very like and then here's some like this is basically the same thing, like the chords and stuff, except I did them in like dude, I have a low and then like a high because I like just couldn't play it in one like fucking I couldn't play it in one like recording, which I've gotten better at guitar. I've gotten better at guitar since then. I made this literally a year ago. I've gotten a little bit better, but okay. Okay, and then this. This might be the same thing as this. Which is like just like a little faster. And yeah, for this, I just played like 1 or 2 notes. This is the EQ setting. It's got a bunch of like low pass, which honestly, like, the low pass is like the main thing of these guitars in this part, honestly. Guess I couldn't finish that part. Okay. And then I don't think this changed. I guess altogether it sounds like this. I love the flanger on this part too. And all of these are like panned too, so that it just gets louder and louder, and then it just holds out. Yeah, it just like kind of just holds out and wait, and it just kind of, you know, anticipating the build-up. So that's the quiet guitars. And then I also added these like kind of like distorted guitars, which I typed that wrong. But you know, I added some distorted guitars to kind of like have it like build up a little more. So yeah, literally only thing different is just this grit pedal. Oh wait. That's loud. But if you have all the effects on, then sounds a little bit more tolerable. And then this is also panned like volume wise. It's not low, it's high now. Yeah, then with the fucking distortion. Alright, and then all together without this shit, this is what all the guitars sound like together. So yeah, I really wanted this first part to sound very like spacey, if that makes sense. Okay, and then next up, I have a bunch of like MIDI like pad instruments right here. But first, actually, I have these two like, actually no, I have these like three kind of like ambient shit. Play the first one. Whoops. Low pass on this thing's fucking crazy. And then I have this, which it's just like eighth notes. This is really fucking cool. This is like, it's almost like it's like creeping, kinda. There's flanger. So yeah, this is the settings for the flanger shit. And then lastly, I have this, which you can like barely hear in like the first part. This is just like a stock like loop that is it's basically like one of these things, like right here. It's just like a stock loop. This remix vocal warp FX 03. So yeah, I just thought that sounded really cool to like put in here. I put like tremolo in here to make it like that. Go back and forth. And I have Bit Crusher in here. Oh, wait. I think, okay, yeah, there's a bunch of, like, automation for the Bit Crusher. I was like, this does not sound that different. But no. And then, yeah, put together, this is what the sounds like. But yeah, And now let's get into this shit right here. So I just have like a classic pad right here, which I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say this, but these are all like Logic stock instruments. I know I can download like fucking Serum and shit, but it's a lot of money. Plugins are a lot of money. And I'm kind of broke, so whatever. But anyways, I got this pad. And then I have this choir, which is like rising up. I have another choir as well. This one's like lower, I think. Yeah. I have a shit ton. The size on this, I put the size for like the reverb and shit. I have the size like really, really high just to kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it gives it more like depth and shit. And then I have this pad called Distant Memories. This thing is fucking awesome. I love this pad so much. Yeah, Jason. Okay. And then this one called Luscious Sweeping Pad. So like this part of the song, this is kind of when it's like kind of starting to like really kind of, you know, build up and stuff. So I wanted to, you know, add this and this brass right here. Just kind of wanted to like add some like emphasis on it. So this one's lower, it's panned to the left a little bit. And this one's panned to the right and it's higher. I fucking... dude, I love that. I love this. I love this. So yeah, these three, I kind of just wanted to like, you know, add emphasis, because this in this part of the song, it's like building up to that big drop, which I will show you guys in a minute. But altogether, okay, these don't really have any effect. Altogether, the MIDI stuff sounds like this. Okay. And then I guess with all the instruments, because this is like all of them. Sound like this. So yeah, and now for the fun part of the song. So we kind of just like, you know, it got a little bit loud, and then it just kind of like subsides a little bit, and then right here, I believe, or right here, I wanted to change things up, so I sped up the tempo. The tempo was originally 73, but then I sped it up to 88. And oh my god, this shit was so fucking annoying to do. This shit was so annoying. I have a bunch of just like markers right here of the tempo, because literally I I wasn't finished with making the song when I like put the tempo, or when I changed the tempo. And literally every time I would fucking like move something or add something, or just change something, literally the fucking tempo would get all like fucked up. And then I would have to do it all over again. It was so fucking annoying, and that's why there's so many markers on here. Like, oh my god, it was a fucking nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare. But it's all good though. So, I'm trying to what should I show first? Because there's a lot of cool shit here. Okay, actually, okay, I guess, I'll show you, which one. Okay, I think it's, alright, it's on this. Or it's on, like, these, like, the ambient shit. And there is a pitch, plugin. And basically, I automated it so that it would just go down in pitch, which I originally didn't have. I did this like later because I thought, oh, this will sound cool, and then it did sound cool, so I kept it. But basically, like, I just like turned down the pitch, or I automated the pitch down before like the big drop and shit. That sounds so fucking cool. And then, did I? I'm trying to say, did I automate change the volume? I didn't. Okay. As you see, it's speeding up too. And then it's the same thing with this. Oh, and this, I automated I think it was like everything for the the bit crusher. And as you also see, it's getting louder as well. That was so fucking cool. So yeah, it's getting a little bit louder. A little bit louder. You can kind of hear it now, and then it's just fucking. You know what I mean? And then this shit right here. That was so fucking cool. I literally just like fucking, I don't know what the word is, but like I shortened it. I basically just shortened it to like a fucking like a 16th note. And I put tremolo on it too. Actually, no. I think the tremolo was always on. But yeah, that was a really, really cool thing I did. And then I also have this rising, like, this like reverse 808. It's just kind of like right into that like big drop, you know. And then I also have risers, which are also stock, like stock Logic risers. And then I have this one. it's all together. Okay. And then let me show. I want to see what changed about. Okay, so yeah, the resolution changed. It's like going down. Yeah, it's going down and it's getting more like pixelated, I guess. Alright, and now here comes the very, 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 very loud part of the fucking song. And also where the drums come in. So I think we should just start at the drums. That was loud. I might turn this down because this shit's very fucking loud. So these are the drums. So this kick is from a electronic drum machine on Logic called Alphabet City. Oh, actually, wait. No, this kick. I guess I originally did it for Alphabet City. That's what the fucking thing was called, the drum machine. But no, it's scientific method, I believe. Yeah. So there's a lot of distortion on these drums. Like just wanted to add a lot more just punch to them, or kick rather, to make it sound fucking heavy as shit. And then the snare, same thing. There's a ton of fucking distortion on the snare. And there's also bit crusher as well. As well as reverb. Whoops. And then we have the hi-hats. Same thing, ton of distortion, bit crusher, and reverb, and also put some echo on it too. So like, yeah, cause I think the echo makes it sound better. Turns it into like 8th notes. And then the crash. Let's do that, and then the top. So this is the left, and then right. And again, distortion, bit crusher, and then I guess I have 2 echoes on here. Interesting. Okay. Left, right, both at the same time. Just so you know. Okay. And then we have the toms. Again, distortion, bit crusher, reverb, and then echo. So this is the high, middle, and then low. Just turn this off. So yeah, I think that, okay, so yeah, that's the drums for the first part, and then, okay, I guess we'll continue on the drums, and then, so that continues for, like, 16 bars, and then, this is when shit gets fucking interesting. So I have breakdown kick and breakdown snare, because I wanted this part to be like, basically. This is, I'll just play it. Kind of like that. Don't want to. And yeah, I added like automation too to like make like you know, just like make this mute basically, because without it, like, this cymbal's like really just. I feel like it makes it sound a lot better when this stuff is like muted and shit. But the breakdown kick, literally, it was just to make the second kick louder, which honestly I probably didn't really need to do. I probably didn't really need to do. This kick's already fucking loud enough, but yeah, this is it without it. And then I think it might be, yeah, it's like the same thing. And then same with the breakdown snare. Just kind of wanted to make it, you know, louder, essentially. But then with the breakdown shit, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I just kind of wanted to make it louder. And also, I did the same thing for the hi-hats as well as the crash. It was kind of just to make that boom, 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 just like overbearingly loud. I think that was the right word. Okay, and then we have the guitars, which, okay, shut that off. Okay, so we have the distorted guitars. And just like these guitars, same thing with here. My fucking bitch ass couldn't play the fucking the whole thing in like one recording, so I had to like put it like, I had to make new fucking recordings for that shit. But this shit right here, this shit sounds cool as fuck. That sounds cool as hell. And then for this shit, there's so much shit on here. Oh, I was looking at the phone. Okay. Okay, so this one I used a different one, Turbo Stack, which basically just makes it's a very like distorted, like almost like a metal sounding amp. So yeah, that's basically like the guitars. And then I have this bass too, which used a bass amp and I cranked the fucking gain up. And for my basses, I don't have an actual bass guitar, but okay. For my basses, I don't have a bass guitar. So I guess what I do now, I record like the bass notes, I transpose it to -12, just make it sound like a fucking bass, and then I do some extra shit with the EQ. But this, I think I used, okay, yeah, I used this pedal, Dr. Octave, and I pitched up the, like, this is what it sounds like without it. You can tell that difference. I fucking cranked up the bass and the low end on this. It's crazy. Okay, and what about this? That's cool. I did not know I did that. Alright, so yeah, the guitars all together, they sound like this. And then I wanted to do something interesting. I put flanger on the stereo output. And basically like I don't know, it's kind of just like another like build up to like the very loud like type shit. Like I think without it, like I think the flanger does so much right here. Like personally, I don't think this part hits as hard without the flanger. Like I think like I love the flanger here. And then I tried to do the same thing with the drums for the guitars with like the automation and shit. and like to like make it quieter after the you know. And yeah, just like held it out. Same thing with the bass as well. Alright, and then what is this? So yeah, same thing with over here, except I just moved it over here. And then this is like this next part. This is like the main thing of the album. The thing that kind of really like, yeah, it's kind of like the main thing in this album, honestly. It's the very, very distorted synths. So, and there's like a bunch of them on here. Let's go over here. So this has a bunch of reverb and chorus on it as well, and delay, and big pressure. There's big pressure on it. Like it sounds very like, I don't know, it sounds very small without all this shit, and then it's got body to it now. And then this stuff, there's just overdrive on it to make this like pop out, you know? Yeah, and then we have a bunch of this shit, like a bunch of these fucking distorted ass synths, which again, this is like the main point in this fucking album. There's a shit ton of like distorted synths all over, which I think, you know, kind of gives the sound like its character. So this is high. This is low. And then this. Bunch of reverb on it, delay, chorus, and pit pressure. I already went over those. Never mind. And then I also have this 808 to give like more power essentially to this whole like part. And this was another thing that I added later on. And I was kind of debating whether or not I should keep it, but I think it works good. This is it without it. think it just like very like fucking gives it more body essentially. And then yeah, same thing, same stuff over here. These also like, oh never mind, I didn't put automation on here. But yeah, no, these follow like the same kind of like rule with like the rest of the shit. And then yeah, I think okay, and then one more thing for the last part where like over here I kept everything, just like let everything hold, and then I put Bit Crusher on the stereo output just to, you know, make everything kind of like, you know, pixelated and shit. And then hold on. And yeah, so yeah, I just let the guitars just like kind of go out and stuff, and I kept the synths, like I held the last notes for the synths. So yeah, that's the instrumental of this song. How far are we into the stream? It has already been an hour. Good fucking Christ. Okay. I promise I won't try to take that long. Okay. But I'm still not done yet. We gotta do the vocals now, which should probably shouldn't take that long with the vocals, because there's more instruments than vocals. But let's go. My mind is never silent. So I wanted the vocals to be like very quiet, very quiet, and just very like I don't know what the word is, but there's low pass on the vocals, and I will play my raw vocals if they sound like shit. But yeah, and there's Bit Crusher on it too. That's like the main thing of like the vocals right here. Is never silent. You will like what you will dive in. So yeah, and there's chorus on here too, and then this is like a higher vocal. Actually, never mind. I guess that. So yeah, I went higher here, and then I thought, maybe I should have like a lower vocal as well, just kind of make, because I thought that'd make it sound better. I try. And this has tremolo on it. I guess I will have it be quiet. So yeah, it's very laid back and shit. And then we have the verse vocals, which is kind of the same settings and shit. My mind's all sweet more than I do. Sometimes I don't want it to.
Can't my thoughts just break through? I know just what to say to.
I'm like really up close to the mic. I'm like literally just like fucking lips into this fucking mic. Full like ASMR and the shit.
I know just what to say to. Can I just let them get by? When I wanna say that I'm not fine, it ends with never mind. I can't get out my head, I always hide it. Inside I'm loud and outside I'm just quiet.
So yeah. And then there is a folder of background vocals under this. It's kind of the same like settings, except there's just a shit ton of reverb on it.
My mind's all swinging.
Like so much. Which is kind of that's kind of just what I do with background vocals. I just say like the last line or the last part of a line, and I just layer them and put a ton of reverb on it just to kind of make it sound big, and you know, that's kind of just what I do with background vocals. And they're panned differently as well, all across. So like, hold up. Hold up. So put like. So to get louder. So yeah, and then we get to the loud hook vocals. Look at how many fucking vocal layers there are. Oh my lord. So yeah, I don't even know where to start with this.
My mind is never silent. My mind is never silent. Well, I dive in.
So I do double track my vocals.
Dive in. My mind is never silent.
So this is like a higher one. This is low. And I think this is the same thing. Yeah, it's just pan to the right. And then, what is this? So that's kind of like a, not so much a whispery one, but just like, just like, I don't like airy, I guess. And then this is a screaming one, which I will play the vol one for that because I think it's funny.
It's never silent. You won't lie.
And then another screaming one.
Why you will dive in? I tried.
Yeah, there's a lot of screaming on this album. There's a lot of screaming on this album.
Just to find it. I guess let it be silent.
Yeah, I really wanted to sell it on that last my type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one did I? Okay, I didn't have chorus on it. Yeah, for the last part, I just like chopped it up and shit.
Silent. My it was never silent.
So yeah, I chopped it up into the same thing, same automation for the like guitars and drums and everything. Okay, and then the hook background vocals. It's honestly it's just the same thing as the verse. Except the screaming vocals just say the first part of the lines. But yeah, I think that's it. And then this one, this is an old like this is like a first draft of the guitars. I don't know what these sound like. I don't really know why I didn't use these. I don't know. Yeah, this is just like the same thing. But yeah, that is the first song. That is My Mind Is Never Silent. I think I went over everything. And then and this is supposed to be like an arpeggio that I just never finished. And then this is like a pad that this is just like a pad that I just didn't use. But yeah, no, I think that's everything. So I guess we're just gonna go on to the next song, which is Close My Eyes. Oh no, Close Your Eyes. Alright. And then this always pops up. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know why. I just skip all. And then, brings me to the session. So, okay. So this song, I started this. This was like one of the first songs I started, or this might be the first, or like the first or second that I did. This was like October of 2024, so it was like literally like one of the first songs I started. Oops. And this one, I changed the name for a bunch. It was originally called "It's All Just a Dream." And then I changed the title to "Fuck Reality." that was another title. And then I recorded the song in like April. Yeah, it was like March or April. And that's when I like wrote it too. And then I made the title "Close Your Eyes." So yeah. There's a lot. There's 104 fucking tracks. I have a lot of tracks in this shit. Too much. Too much. But yeah, let's get started. First of all, before I get started, how am I doing? How is it? Is this stream like enjoyable? Am I being boring? Am I not Am I explaining it properly, enough? All right. Well, all right. Let's get started. let's get started on the guitars, which, again, I did use like a like a fucking pre-existing like guitar setting and shit. This is what it sounds like. And also, do not ask me tabs or how to play this shit because I couldn't tell you. I genuinely, I can't tell you. And yeah, I had a extra guitar too, just like a background guitar, just some like filler shit. You know, just kind of like, you know, fill in like some in-between stuff. And then there's a ton of like pads and shit. I have the Distant Memories one, which I fucking love. Sounds so fucking haunting, dude. And then had a boys choir, like Mellotron. With like vibrato in here. And reverb. And then Ghost Voices, which is another like pad. It's a very, very like haunting pad. And then this shit right here, Black Diamond Chamber Choir. Oh yeah, so this is like a Oh my god, I love that just like descends at the end. So this is just some more like extra stuff. Just to like really sell this like really creepy sounding. Cause this just sounds fucking terrifying. There's flanger and chorus on this. And then sheets of metal. Oh yeah, this was another one that was like... I thought that sounded so fucking cool. I was like, dude, I need to keep this shit in. It sounds so cool. And then... have some distorted guitars. So as the title suggests, reverb guitar panning. So there's a ton of reverb on this. The dry is literally at 80. No, the dry is at 0. And there's a shit ton of reverb on here. Which is low key, that's low key what I do. You know? If I want to make a guitar sound like a pad almost, I just turn down the dryness of the reverb and put the wet up, and then that really like. And then tremolo for panning. See, it's going left. And it's moving to the right. So yeah. That's just there as the song's like building up. And then this, I don't think I talked about this. So yeah, this synth is just, you know, to like build up and shit. And then all together it should sound like, oh wait. Never mind, we have some more. We have these distorted build-up synths. Like, it's just to like build everything up and shit. So, lo-fi voices, tidy punch lead, epic hook synth, voice choir, and then glitching machine, which I will show you in a minute. So yeah, that's just like that's like the last part of this like build up thing. I'll play them individually. Just tremolo on this. 1/32. This lead. Hold on. Okay. And then the boys choir and glitching machine. Shit, I'm at 10%. Fuck. Okay, anyways, the boys choir and glitching machine. Oh my lord, that sounds so fucking cool. But yeah, I put distortion on this. That, bro. Come on, that sounds so fucking cool. And then the boys choir. Yeah. So, all together, sound like this. Oh, and there's also, again, like a reverse 808. Just, you know, build it up to the eventual verse. And then, let's get into the drums. So, there is this woodblock hi-hat, which I played at the start. Just thought that made it, like, sound better. And then here are the main drums. So here's the kick. Some autumn leaves. Here's the snare. And it's the left hi-hat. So this is kind of just like 16th notes again, just like the woodblock, but I had them in the left and the right. So and then this open hi-hat. And this, I think this is another open hi-hat. Oh no, it's a crash. Okay. And then this one, this is a stock Logic sound, sticky hi-hat topper. if I could like, if I could pull it, I could show you guys what it like originally sounds like. 'Cause I think it's like a. So I just took that like that open hi-hat sound, and no fuck your face down. And okay, so yeah, I just took that like open hi-hat sound, and I just like I shortened it to like a 16th note, and then I just reversed it. That's literally what I did. So yeah. So that's the drums. Then I have 808s. So I have 808s that come in at the 27th bar. And I have this reverse 808 too to like I think the reverse 808 sounds so fucking cool right here. And I also have these drums. They're like hook drums. I added these in here to like, cause this part of the song is when it like builds up and it starts getting like really loud and shit. So I added this stuff in to kind of like make it build up and make it like more like intense in a way. But honestly, you can like barely hear it in the like the final song. Yeah, it's a kick. It's cool. And then I have this like 808 too. Yeah, it's kind of a shame you can like barely hear it in the final song, but whatever. And then so yeah, for the verse, the instruments, it's kind of just the same with here. I don't know if there's like that like much new. Oh, but there are more distorted guitars though, like right here. So is that, and then I added this like. Gush on it, and then I also added this like kind of like alarm sound kind of synth. Sounds like a fucking fire alarm. I like sounds like you're in fucking danger. That's like the kind of vibe I get. Sounds like something bad's fucking happening, and you're in fucking danger and shit. And then so yeah, there's the build up shit. I have these like risers too, which I think is a great fucking addition because like literally like the 808. I think like this riser and the 808 I think go really well. Like Or like, okay. Let me show you. You know what I mean? But yeah, this spacey noise riser. And then I have a bunch of other risers, like the almost human riser. I'll play that. And then this reverse symbol. So yeah, and all together. And then I got more risers. I put so many fucking risers in like a I use so many risers, bro. I need to stop. So that this riser. And then this one. So all together, this is what all the risers should sound like. I mean, it kind of it kind of doesn't really sound like multiple. It just sounds like one big riser. If that makes sense. But I think that might be it. I don't know if I missed anything else. Oh, there's also these. Some more like distorted synths and shit. But yeah, okay, and then I'm just making sure I didn't like miss anything. Okay, and then the stereo output, I put this plugin called Remix FX, and I did this filter thing, and I basically like turned the high pass like all the way up for this part where I say whenever our love is high, and then it goes high, like, hold on, and then it drops down. But that was so fucking cool. Okay, so yeah, I did not know this shit was gonna go down so quickly. So I'm gonna try to get through this as much as I can. Oh, as quickly as I can. So next is the bridge. So here are the guitars. And then I did add this like little solo. It's not really a good solo, but I mean, fuck it. It's something. It's something extra, you know. Oh wait, let me play this raw. I think it'll sound funny. But yeah, that's basically it. And then I added a bunch of like I added these violins too. So like this one's the mimicking like the guitar solo. And then this is like mimicking like the chords of it. Then I added a bunch of these like pads too. This big ass pad right here. And then I added a string ensemble too. This pad right here. This one. Yeah, I added a ton of shit here. And then this. If it's gonna fit that. It's like a very brassy synth. Yeah, there's a ton of just like there's a ton of like brassy sounds in this part. And then this is it higher. Yeah, and then I brought these back too. These two beautiful sounds right here. As well as a synth bass to kick it all off. And distorted guitars as well. So yeah, and then I added all the risers here. As well as all of the distorted build-up synths. Yeah, no, dude, that shit sounds so fucking cool. And then all together. Like, I remember I made that part. I was like, oh my fucking god, that's fucking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, and then the rest of the song's kind of the same, except later, I think it was like a few, like in October, I added these like acoustic drums, which oh my god. This is like fucking. Anyways, I added these like acoustic drums because I thought they would sound like cooler and make it sound bigger, which I kind of regret adding, to be honest. I kind of regret adding this, to be honest. But it's all good. So this is like kind of it. Like, making this song, I thought it sounded really cool, but then, like, when I was finished with the song and when the song came out, I was kind of like, nah, I'm not really fucking with it, but it's all good though. It's okay. And then, yeah, I put like a bunch of like reverse 808s over here. Again, just to like build up the next chorus. And then, so yeah, this is pretty much the same. But so yeah, this is pretty much like the same until the last